guys, Brandon and Jasmine from nerdlocker.com here, and we've got video game news for you this week.
This week we've got some Guillermo Del Toro news, some Gears of War 3 news, and
My favorite.
some more Arkham City news.
Let's get to it.
So I'm glad I was finally able to pull you away from the TV with that new Nightwing pack that just got released.
Man, that was awesome.
How awesome is that?
Well, first off, I want to say that it did say November 1st, and midnight rolled around,
and it wasn't
there.
But
I stayed up till 3 a.m. anyways, waiting for it to be available.
Yes, he did.
And man, it is cool.
It's totally worth it. It was worth that 3-hour wait.
It was. But I really like that they've gotten different feels to each character. It's not just another, like, there's an obvious different feel between fighting with Batman and fighting with Catwoman.
Two completely different characters,
And then it's
in
like
size and the way they fight, obviously.
But then you figure
With
Nightwing's another guy.
Yeah.
It's going to be completely different. Totally different feel, different gadgets. I love how much detail they're going into with all these characters. And speaking of detail, in the coming weeks, we've found a lot of Easter eggs.
This is something that Rocksteady Studios is really, really cool at. They showed in the first game, we can't really, like, they couldn't have the actual characters, like, you know, Penguin and all this stuff running around. So they had a ton of cool little Easter eggs, prison cells, places where they were, but you couldn't really see him. The Clayface was my favorite, because every time you would see him, he's a different person.
Into a different...
Yeah. With this game, though, you've been finding some cool stuff.
Yeah, there are a few Easter eggs. I know everybody's wondering where was Scarecrow, and he does have a little thing in there. The character's not seen, but you do see that he's there.
To find this secret room, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, go online.
Unless
it's
you
really
actually
hard to
saw it or knew someone who knew where it was.
You're not going
to find it.
And same with Killer Croc has one. And the one that sucks about this, it's after you fight Ra's al Ghul.
Spoilers alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
Tons of spoilers. By now, you know you fight.
Spoiler alert either way.
I'm
not going to piss anyone off.
Gotcha.
I'm looking out for you guys.
Thank you. But you have to do it when you fight him. If you don't find it immediately after that, you can't find it. You have to play the game over again. So make sure you're looking this stuff up online. And now here's the biggest spoiler alert Easter egg. Skip ahead if you're not into this. If you go back to the manager's office in the steel mill where the Joker is, next to Harley Quinn's Arkham Asylum costume is a positive pregnancy test.
Yeah, dog. And if you've played the game, you finish the game, you know the implications that has on it. That
we're still not talking about the ending yet.
I'm not talking about the ending. I haven't said
until
anything.
everybody finishes.
But there's more than likely going to be another.
The thing is when the game ended, we were both like, "There's no way you're going to do a third." It was crazy.
No, it's over. But now seeing everything else,
things, you got the Hush side mission, you got the Deadshot side mission.
There's a huge possibility and a lot of open area for them to go.
So
I'm really stoked.
If there's any that you have seen that we have not mentioned, let us know in the comments below.
American Express has taken notice of the video game world, which I think is fairly recession-proof in this crazy time, and they purchased Sometrics.
Yeah, Sometrics is actually a company that doesn't really do anything with video games, but what they do is they create currency systems for games and yada yada, all the like. Similar to what like Xbox 360, like if they worked with them, they were the ones that made the currency system. I don't know if they did, don't quote me on that, but it's just the example. They would do something like that for whatever game, WoW, yada, 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 whatever game you're interested in. So it's pretty sweet that American Express actually shelled out $30 million to buy this company to help them kind of keep doing what they're doing and get better at it and just, expand their horizons more. So
I think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it seems pretty awesome. Not only for the fact that it's, an awesome company, a giant company, buying or like looking at some like tiny little thing, the video game world, and recognizing potential in it, but that it kind of shows, it might show other companies around the world like, hey, we can use video games for our betterment and we can, totally make that an awesome thing. So who knows what this spells for the video game future? That's what I'm saying.
Let us know what you guys think in the comments below.
Despite what you think of zombies, either you love them or hate them or think they're being just,
played out, kind of.
The world still likes them.
Yeah.
It's estimated that zombie games are worth $2.5 billion.
They're doing well.
They are doing really well.
Absolutely. Dead Island is incredible. Resident Evil has always done well.
Resident Evil has always done well. You're not going to, people are stuck on that game. Nobody's not going to buy them. But that's kind of a cool fact to know that no matter what you think, people still love zombies.
Yep.
And maybe played out, but people are still paying money to kill zombies.
These games are not going anywhere. We're going to see far more zombie genre type games. I mean, there's even games coming up for cheap on the PlayStation Network, like Dead Nation.
Yeah.
You know, $10 games. I mean, and they're good zombie games. They're just going to keep rolling out. This is really good news.
I love this. I think this is awesome because I love zombies. I love the genre, and I love to see that it's still just alive and well.
Yeah, there's a lot of in other
alive and well.
in other parts. It is getting a little played out, but I think the video game world, it needs more. Tell us what you guys think. Is it played out for you, or do you need more too?
I really feel like some of the greatest stories ever told have been told through video games.
Especially the last couple years, I really think that video games have just upped their storytelling and just, you know, they're on par with anything else you're seeing.
I really feel like a lot of times you see almost more movie and gameplay at the same time. You have these full-on skits.
There's a lot more cinematics, all that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Well, this week, Guillermo Del Toro and Ken Levine, who has done BioShock and is the upcoming BioShock Infinite,
which is going to be amazing,
sat down and basically stuck up for video games, saying that, you know, a lot of people in Hollywood dismiss video games compared to movies for, you know, they don't tell good stories. Well, Guillermo Del Toro basically said, you're wrong. Video games are incredible, and
they tell great stories.
And he said, in 2020, the games we're playing will be effing amazing. And I have to agree with him.
I do too.
You know, I love that you can play a game and you're in the story. It's not just beat up bad guys,
run
do
away.
Stuff. There's whole different levels to video games now.
We've left the age of just side-scrolling punch, 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 and there's very little story to it.
And you know, that's cool coming from Guillermo Del Toro, who does movies, and is working on video games. That just gets me so much more excited for his series, the Insane series he's going to be.
I'm really excited for it because sometimes you don't really get a good horror game. Like, there are a few out there, but I think being that he's a master of that whole genre, it'll transfer over so well into video games.
And actually, BioShock is probably my favorite horror video game.
Oh, man.
And it's cool that the two of them were in the same room talking about this. Like,
oh, maybe they'll make something together.
Now, see, that would be cool.
Let us know if you agree in the comments below.
So, waiting for a Call of Duty. I've been playing Gears of War 3, and it's actually a lot of fun.
It is. I have always enjoyed this.
It's a really, really good game, and they actually just released a new map pack, which just came out the other day. With that, they announced that the next one, the Versus Booster Pack, is actually going to be free.
That's cool.
That is awesome. That's a great way to get people to still play your game, get them excited about it, by not only giving them new content, but not even charging for it. Just be like, hey, dude, check it out.
See, that's I love Gears, I love the games, but I've never downloaded anything extra. So
I've never gone into it enough to actually want to.
Yeah, me too.
Pay more money.
I've never done that.
Yeah,
so
I've never actually bought a Gears of War game.
Could
so
be a cool little.
Yeah.
You know, try to get more people on to say this is cool. Let's see what else
more
they
people
got.
did that. I wish every company did that. Like just one map pack, one bonus pack that everyone could have for free.
So that way
you keep wanting to play, and like if you like that one,
might as well buy another one.
Might as well buy one, you know, because if you pay for one, it might actually be good.
Yeah.
You know? So let us know what you guys think in the comments below.
All right, that's going to do it for video game news this week. Until next week, be sure to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube page. I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Brandon, and we'll see you next week for even more video games.